back away from the podium, ma'am. Now, don't make me do something I don't want to do. Back away. Listen. I'm going to send you for a competency exam. I think we can help you. Ma'am, do not argue with me, please. I've been around Mr. Schloff enough in my career. I have a great deal of respect for him. I would find it hard to believe that he did anything wrong. And when we come back, if you still want him discharged, you're going to have to be a lot more specific about what he has done wrong in this case, okay? But I'm ordering a competency exam. You have to go down and get evaluated, okay? I think this is for your own good. We'll set it for a, ma'am.
You're gonna send me, I've already had, call our,
I can't hear you, ma'am. You got to talk into the microphone nice and loud.
I've already, worked with what I was trying to do was file charges with the county police chief. And he has refused for the last years to file any charges or complaints. And then when they arrested me and that chief spit.
All right. I don't want to hear it.
I'm gonna file that.
I don't want to hear it. I don't have anything to do with that. All right. Well, I don't know what to say on this. You don't get to pick your own lawyer. What did Mr. Schloff do wrong?
No, it's just that he did not represent the.
Well, I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't know what that means. You got to be more specific. He's a good lawyer. Turn that microphone toward her, will you please?
He just didn't, I wanted him to be aware of certain things and handle things as a certain way. And I just want to have it with about.
On the other case? Yes? Has he done anything wrong on this case?
Well, I mean, it's still, he's got that previous record.
What record?
Well.
You don't have a felony record, do you? Or misdemeanor record? What record?
Just, I mean, I didn't like how the previous,
Ms. Riddle?
hearing.
Can I, I'm just gonna have a candid conversation. Mr. Bologna, your name? Detective Driscoll, I got a disturbing call the other night about accusations that Ms. Riddle has levied against me.
Yes, Your Honor. If you need, for the record, I can send you a copy of.
Need it. I know.
Yeah,
I'll say it. I don't even know the lady. She was accusing me of sexually assaulting her, and she was accusing me and another judge of conspiring to hire a hitman to have her killed. I can still handle this case fairly. I think there's other issues going on. I'm ordering a competency exam on this, and I'm going to order it now, and I'm going to continue the bond, and we will have a competency exam, and that's it. I was like taken really aback. I mean, I've had accusations that are false levied against me in 32 years, but that's ridiculous. So, ma'am.
It was a tribute for the newspaper.
You shouldn't get into the details at all.
Competency exam is ordered. I'm going to keep you on the case. You don't have the right to hire and fire court-appointed lawyers. If you're not happy with Mr. Schloff, you're going to have to be more specific. I'm not prepared to discharge him now. We'll see how the competency results come back. And we will go from there. And competency exam ordered. We'll set this for arraignment and pretrial. I'm guessing that they're taking at least 2 months, right? So why don't we set this up for sometime in the middle of April? And
It'll be on a Thursday as well.
yes. And I'm not going to remove Mr. Schloff. You haven't given me any reason. I've been around Mr. Ma'am. That's what I'm ordering. We're going to give her a review hearing date in the middle of April, and we will go from there.
She received a letter from
The Forensic Center. So we need to make sure, do you still live on Charlton Road, apartment 119?
I am, I'm almost in Trenton Tunnel. They're just.
Ma'am, I just need your address.
Yeah.
Do you live at 1795 Charlton Road, apartment 119?
Address is general delivery because.
Ma'am, I can't tell the forensic center to send it to general delivery and have it gift to you. Tell
Judge,
me your,
if I can
What?
interrupt, she does not reside at 1795 any longer. She was evicted from that residence. She has a
Do you-
PO box in Trenton. I know she's moved from hotel to motel over the last several months.
what's your
I don't-
PO box?
Ms. Riddle, if you can provide that.
What is it?
248.
248?
Is there a specific?
So we'll send it to 248, but I hope you go and look at it every day, because don't come in here when you don't show up for the exam and tell me I never got it. I didn't check my PO box. I don't know what else to tell you. You got what I'm saying?
Is there a specific post office where that box is?
Just in regular profile.
It's in the city of Trenton, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, Trenton Post
I
Office.
just wanted to make sure too.
So that's where we're gonna send the mail. We're gonna set a review hearing in the middle of April. When will that be, Heather or?
Judge, we could do either April 9th or April 23rd.
Let's set it for April 9th at 9:30 in the morning. You go down the hall, get your notice, but you have to show up for the forensic. I want you to listen to me very carefully. Sometimes things go awry in our life. We have problems. We're going to try to get you some help. Just let me try to help you, will you please? And I think you'll find out this will work better. Detective, if there's something else to add, I'll be glad to listen. I see no reason for me to recuse myself at this point. I think it's just,
Now, I asked you to recuse when I was in touch with you before. And,
you asked me to recuse myself?
You say before, during the pendency of this charge?
I don't think she's
It
ever been.
was when that girl, that she had 3 vicious, unleashed dogs
Ma'am,
that attacked me.
ma'am.
And I asked you to recuse.
Well, okay. I have to have a basis for it. I have to either be biased for you or against you. And ma'am, please don't interrupt me. You have a tendency to interrupt people. There's nothing here that makes me biased for you or against you. Okay? Your allegation's so ridiculous, it's laughable. I'm not getting into this anymore. Go down the hall, get your review hearing date. I'll address the issue with Mr. Schloff when you come back. You got to show up for your examination and we'll let it play out. That's it. Have a good day.
Can I request the for that in the court hearing?
Request what?
FOIA from that court hearing,
What court hearing?
the one where I asked you to recuse yourself.
Ma'am, I don't even know when it was. I don't remember. Well, then you request it, you pay for it, and we'll be glad to type the transcript up. I don't care if you did or not. I'm not biased for you. I'm not biased against you. This is the way I do my job every single day. I'm not going to hear it anymore. Back away from the podium, go to the exam, go down the hall, get your notice, and I'll address all these issues then. Thank you. Jermaine Sean Hall Jr., 25G 306 346 A, B, and C. Back away from the podium, Ms. Riddle. All right, come on up here, ma'am. Ms. Riddle, back away from the podium, ma'am. Now, don't make me do something I don't want to do. Back away. You got to state as a lawyer, detective. You know that?
Sometimes it's easier, Judge. I understand.
Oh, they think what I do is easier. Come on up here. I'm just kidding. Mr. Hall, your name again. Ma'am, your name? Are you Sarah Ann Levitt?
Yes.
Tell me that and respond to that. You have 3,010%. Are you going to let Mr. Hall apply this to the bond, to these fines?
Sorry,
You posted a bond of $300. That means he has $270 to apply. I need your permission as to whether or not you're going to let us apply the bond to payment of fines and costs.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. You're going to go down the hall and deal with them in a second. Let's sentence on the no ops. Anything, counsel?
Nothing more except he's been trying to clear up his record.
Anything, sir?
Trying to pay a lot more, honestly.
100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4. or 60 days. You have a bond of 3,000, 10%. By law, we keep 10%. 270 will apply. I'm going to give you until March the 1st to pay the other $55 on that. On the other case, I told you I'd waive the fines on the defective equipment, file A, I am. And on file C, you're to pay 50 per week. 50 per week, beginning March the 15th, okay?
Sir.
And if you don't have the money, you come talk to me in person on or before the due date, or if you know how to use Zoom, you call the court, say, can I jump on Zoom with the judge? I'll be glad to talk to you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tim Gambler, P78192 on behalf of Mr. Giles is also present.
Your name, sir? So as I understand it, he's going to plead guilty to 2 counts of disorderly.
One count.
1 count? Why a no contest plea? Call in Mr. Bologna, John. 249, I believe it would be. What's the basis for the no contest plea? Was there?
There's gonna be continuing legal action, Your Honor. The condition that he's in right now was a result of what happened during the incident. So the no contest plea, I believe, contemplates future litigation.
All right, let me get the prosecutor in here. I just need him to clarify something. Mr. Bologna, your appearance.
Anthony Blank, City Attorney, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Morning.
I just want to clarify, it's 1 count of disorderly, right?
It was an A and a B.
I know, and you got disorderly and
Yeah, 1 count, yes.
which count? Do you care?
I don't care.
Why don't you just write on here, if you don't care, count 1 or count 2, and I'll take the plea on that one. And the reason for the no contest plea, was there actually an allegation, counsel, of, in other words, is there a possibility of civil litigation on this, Mr. Bologna?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me just double check. I would think in an assault case, but I want to double check something here. Do you have the police report in here for me?
I have it right here, Your Honor. If you'd like to look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to have that marked. Yes, you can add it to my recorder there.
I have it as part of the discovery package.
Wait 1 second, slow down. Maybe I can just have this one marked.
Separate one.
Why don't you give me a separate one? If you can always bring those in on a no contest plea, it would help. So do you understand what you're doing here, Mr. Giles? You understand you plead no contest to 1 count of disorderly, which I suppose would be count 1. That's what he's written down now. That I'm going to dismiss both counts, count 1 and count 2 of assault and battery. Do you understand that? And you understand a no contest plea has the same effect as a guilty plea. You can. And you understand the possible penalties on this are up to $500 in fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all of those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Can I have you staple this? Is this the only police?
That's it.
Under that, Your Honor.
All right. And I'm sorry, you can have that staple that market People's 1.
Your Honor,
Hang on.
if I may, there was also a body cam in this, which we attempted to get, but I believe it was protected under HIPAA. And I think the officers had indicated that they will at some point allow us to maybe look at that and redact together, but we did try to get the police, that there was no, that we couldn't get the body cam, and also with the discovery, no witness statements and no photographs of alleged injuries. So I would just point that out.
Well, that's between, if that pertains to other litigation, that's between you and Mr. Bologna and the circuit judge, and whether or not there's issues raised of HIPAA violations or potential HIPAA violations.
Quite that whole story.
Okay, so I've had this marked People's 1. You stipulate I can use this, Mr. Gamber
Yeah. So
and Mr. Bologna?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today? If you plead no contest, you will be giving up all the rights on the advice of rights, and we are not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that? Any questions before I ask you how you proceed, how you wish to plead? I'm sorry?
No.
All right. to the charge of disorderly person. How do you plead? All right, let me, review this. Are you on probation or parole? I can't hear you.
No.
And I find there's a factual basis for the plea. Has anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
All right, I'm gonna accept your plea to count one, disorderly, no contest. Again, I find there's a factual basis. I'm gonna dismiss count one, original charge of A and B, count two, A and B, refer you for a pre-sentence report. Didn't see anything in here about, let me just double check. I didn't see anything that he was under the influence, so I'm just gonna order a PSI. We'll give you a sentence date. He's gonna undergo a PSI today. We're gonna notify the victim, Amy.
We can do the 12th, February 12th at 8:30.
That's good with me. You good, counsel?
That's awesome. That's great.
February 12th at 8:30, sir. We'll see you back here. Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Ronya. Thank you. Dylan Lane Haynes, 260-647-075, and I'd like Celia Renee Pixley Zakowski seated at this table here, my right, your left. Come on up to the podium, Mr. Haynes. Tell me your name.
Dylan Haynes.
You're charged with drive while unregistered vehicle. You have the right to a lawyer. Would you like a lawyer?
Sir. Sir.
Okay, you go out in the hallway, we'll give you a lawyer. Okay? Celia Renee Pixley Zakowski, 260-647-514, A and B. Come on up to the podium, ma'am. And tell me your name, please. This guy needs a lawyer. You're charged with expired license and also, driving with an expired plate. Expired license is a misdemeanor. You have the right to a lawyer on that. If you'd like, then I'll give you one. Otherwise, I will arraign you and send you to the prosecutor. Talk. I can't hear you, ma'am. Okay, just keep your voice up nice and I'll go ahead and arraign you. On January 10 of 26, it is alleged that you did operate a motor vehicle on Fort Freeland in Trenton at 8:39 p.m. Drive while license expired as a misdemeanor, punishable by up to $100 in fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those in 2 points. Do you understand that? And you're also charged with expired plate. That is a civil infraction. You understand that? Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that? All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer? I'll enter a not guilty plea, $100 personal bond. You don't have to post any money. You have to comply with these bond conditions, though. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You go outside, the prosecutor will call you. We're going to bring this file to the prosecutor. And then once you talk to the prosecutor, you'll come back in here. Okay? Thank you. Francisco Elijah Cantu, 25F244-762A.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Chairman, may I have my time, please?
All right. Mr. Cantu, your name?
Francisco Cantu.
All right. So your client, Mr. Shemke, pled no contest operating while visibly impaired. There was an accident here. He was referred for a screening and assessment. But before you go on, I need to make sure, Amy, that there's not a Timothy Roberts out there, either in the courtroom or on Zoom. He was notified he is the victim. Anybody
There
out there?
is no Timothy Roberts on Zoom.
Thank you. Have you had a chance to review the report, counsel, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
I have, Your Honor, it's factually accurate.
Anything you'd like to say on his behalf?
Yes, Your Honor, my client's done extremely well on bond. Still had gainful employment. I put the terms and conditions. I do believe they are appropriate. I believe he could put himself in a very favorable position for early termination. That being said, Judge, he works somewhere between 55 and 65 hours a week and more. I potentially just ask consideration for as an alternative to the workforce for the community service. But otherwise, I believe all those conditions are appropriate. I have no further requests. Thank you, Judge.
Sir, anything that you would like to tell me before I sent you?
No, Your Honor.
And this is your first contact, but you're only 22. This kind of scares me that you're here already. I was telling you. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right, 12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance of any unit of government. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify the probation department. You do have to appear as directed. No alcohol at all. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any. No marijuana, no illegal drugs. Kratom poppy seeds and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs. They're recommending it appears bi-weekly throughout. I'm gonna make it bi-weekly for 4 months. If you're clean, I'll make it monthly. So make sure all those tests come up negative, okay? You understand? You're to attend the substances abuse group through Class A Training Center. You're to attend the victim's impact panel. This does no contact with the victim at all. I'm going to order 4 days jail, credit 1, serve 3. I'll let you do one of those by way of community service, but the other 2 are going to have to be done on the court work program. 1 day community service. I'll give you until March the 15th to complete that. 2 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of $70 in court work program fees. So far, do you understand the sentence?
Yes.
Okay. This was a infoxilizer, correct, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm going to give them cost of recovery of $150, $300 in fines, $250 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs are $675. Cost of recovery is $150 for 8 1/4. Screening fees $60 for 885. Probation fees are $240. So your total there amounts to $1125 plus the court work program fees. Your total is $1,195. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be eligible. You could be incarcerated for up to 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal. You have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Also, you may be eligible for early discharge. You stay out of trouble, no violations. You come in here in 6 months. You fill out a petition. By law, you're entitled to early discharge. Okay? You understand all that?
Yes.
All right. Does he have all this to pay, Mr. Shemke?
Do you need a payment plan? Yes, Your Honor. I'd ask that,
You can pay it all.
in this circumstance, Judge, I'd ask that, if he's eligible for early termination, his balance would be paid minus the potential extra 6 months of supervisory.
Well, we'll return that.
Okay.
Ma'am, you gotta take that phone out of here.
The phone has to leave the building, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Phone has to be out of the building.
they gave you that phone?
Yeah.
Who's they?
Who's that?
The door.
All right. We will refund that if he's granted early discharge. Okay, sir, you're gonna meet with the probation department, okay? Go down, pay your fines, and then go over to probation, and they'll instruct you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Holly Darnell. Holly Ann Darnell, 25T647138.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name? So you owe 185, you need time to pay?
Yes,
Do you have anything today?
I have 45 on me right now.
Okay, when can you pay this?
Can I pay a little bit the following Friday and then the rest of it the following Friday?
Sure. How much can you pay on each? I'll tell you what, you pay 45 today. You pay the balance at rate of $50 per week. I'll give you a little extra time, 50 per week, and we'll start that on February the 6th. Is that good?
I appreciate it.
We'll make it February 9th so you can get it here. If you need more time somehow, no worries. Come talk to me on or before the due date or call the court. Tell them we need to go on Zoom. I'll go on Zoom with you. I'll grant you an extension on or before any due date. I don't care how many times.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Times are hard right now.
You know how many people take me up on that though? They say thank you and then they don't call and instead of, so I don't care if we have to do, I'm just telling you, I don't care how many times we have to do it. All right?
I do appreciate it.
Good luck to you. Thank you. Mark Daniel Purdy, 25D645-104. Mr. Purdy, come on up here, sir. Your name?
Mark 30.
All right. Illegal firearm transport is the charge. You have the right to an attorney. If you would like one, I will give you one. Would you like an attorney?
No.
I'll go ahead and arraign you on January 9 of 26 at 8:39 in the morning. The police think that you were on Medford or Belmont and Trenton and that you illegally transported a firearm. It says defendant was located inside his vehicle with 2 pistols in his center console, unloaded, but with 1 magazine loaded in the center console and another in the glove box. That is a misdemeanor. And in your CPL, they say expired in 2018. That is a misdemeanor under local ordinance, punishable by up to $500 in fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form?
Yeah.
If you plead guilty at any time, you will be giving up all those rights. And we are not going to have a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
Not guilty, pleas entered. I'm going to give you a personal bond of $500. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You're not to possess any firearms. No firearms. You're not to possess any firearms. If you have any, you have to surrender those to the police department, Trenton, within 24 hours. And you were printed on this, and also no contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. Do you understand all that?
Yeah.
All right, so go talk to him. And I'm going to put this on here. Or you're going to wait outside in the hall, and the prosecutor will call you when he's ready to see you, and then you can come. You're going to come back in front of me either way. Okay. Good luck. People against Alan Fonseca. Which ones do you have?
I have the sentencing on Collins.
I'll call that next. Alan Fonseca. See here?
No,
Lynn
Judge,
Fon-
sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The police department just wanted to dismiss that one, so I pulled it.
So the prosecutor wrote up this failure to respond to civil infraction. He sent it in. I can't read what he said, 5 pond or something like that. But at any rate, he's moving for dismissal. Case is dismissed. That's again for failure to appear for a civil infraction. People against Collins, Devin Tyler Collins, 25B149-7738. Good morning, Mr. Schwab.
30720, if you have Mr. Collins.
I also have a B file here. He pled under 7411. That is the possession of a controlled substance, which is cocaine. And he also pled on the drunk driving to the charge of operating while visibly impaired. He was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had a chance to review that with him? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Chance to review with him. I thought that the drug case was marijuana.
Wait a minute. No, I don't think so.
I know you.
They found it prints out possession use of a controlled substance, but this is the one where he acknowledged to the police that he had cocaine in his pocket.
Well, I wasn't the original attorney.
Am I right or am I wrong, sir?
You're correct.
Did I ask you your name yet?
No, thanks, Devin.
Okay, so it was the cocaine. And he, was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had a chance to review the,
I have your honor.
report? Any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Just be back, yeah.
Okay. Anything that you would like to say on his behalf?
Just your honor, that I believe that he has, tried to address the problem, has gone to the A meetings, he has abstained from any alcohol and drug usage, he's a working man. It's a little light working during the, winter time, he does catch some things.
Okay.
And, so
He's spending all his money on cocaine though. What's he doing? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think that, he's right now, he's saving a lot of money because he's not doing it.
Well, that's good. That's good. Mr. Collins,
Yes,
what would you like to say? Anything?
Not really, just I apologize for my.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to yourself. You know what I mean? You're a nice looking kid. You seem to have a lot going for you. Get away from that stuff. And the marijuana too, right? I mean, come on. Don't do this to yourself. I hate to see kids like you or anybody, frankly, get themselves in trouble. You just seem like you got a lot going for you, and that cocaine is miserable stuff. Did I let you finish? I'm glad to listen to anything else that you'd like to say.
I do have my 2-month coin from AA. I've
Fantastic.
been going 3 times a week. Basically ever since the arrest, I've been mostly clean as a whistle, basically up until about 2 months ago. So
Wait a minute, Chase. Say that again. The offense was in October. We didn't have a pretrial on this till December 18th. What do you mean? I thought I heard you say I was clean as a whistle up until 2 months ago.
yeah, after the arrest, about I was still smoking a little bit, and
I see.
then after about 2 months ago, I was going to stop altogether.
All right. You have proof of your AA attendance? Can I see it?
There's 2 separate ones because I misplaced one of them. So there's a couple on, there's mostly on one of them and a couple on another.
All right. Who do you live with?
Myself.
You own a house? You rent a house?
I live at my grandma's old house and paying off her mortgage right now, living there.
Okay, don't lose these anymore. I'll take it your word. I'm gonna hand you these back. Can you approach Mr. Schlaffel, hand those back to him?
Yeah.
And he's going to stay out of trouble. I know he is. Right, Mr. Collins?
Yes, sir.
All right. 12 months probation. On file A, it's not under any statute. In other words, there's no 7411 or anything else, but it is on the B statute. So if you're clean, you do everything I tell you to do, that's count 2 on motion to prosecutor is going to be dismissed. Because I'm taking it under that statute. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
So 12 months probation, all these terms are going to run concurrent. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation immediately. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those things. I do want you submitting the chemical, kratom poppy seeds and CBD oils are prohibited, by the way. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to submit the chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs bi-weekly. The cocaine has me even more concerned than the other. You're going to do that for 5 months. If you're clean, I'll then make it monthly. So every other week, you're going to test, and I expect you to test, okay? We want to make sure you stay off of that. You understand?
Sure.
All right. 4 days jail, credit 1, serve 3. I'll let you serve all of those on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of $105. Again, I'm attributing the fines and costs primarily, unless they say otherwise, and all the common costs on file A. So you're also to attend and complete an outpatient substance abuse treatment program. You're going to continue going to AANA 3 times a week until you're in until you're in outpatient treatment. And you are also to attend the victims impact panel. So the quicker you get an outpatient, the better. If you get in this week, you no longer have to go to AA or NA, but you do have to complete outpatient treatment. You do have to attend the victims impact panel. Do you understand everything I've said so far?
Yes.
All right. In terms of fines and costs, on the A file, the impaired file, $300 fines, $250 costs, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, $675. Screening fee is $60 for $735. Probation fees are $240 for $975. You have cost of recovery of $218 for a total of $1193. You have, I'm going to just assess $40 in attorney fees for a total of $1233, plus the court work program fees of $105 for a total of $1,338. I'll go light on your fines and costs on the other case. It's simply going to be 100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. The screening fee, probation fees, cost of recovery fees are all going on the A file. So you owe $325 plus $1338. That would be $1663. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. And you may be eligible for early discharge, certainly on the impaired, and the prosecutor certainly can move to dismiss the 7411 if he is satisfied once you file your motion for early discharge on the A file.
Your Honor, if I may.
Sure.
Is it possible for him to do some extra community service in lieu of some of the costs?
You can't pay these fines? I mean,
During the winter, I work like a part-time job, because my job is seasonal, so.
here's what I'm gonna do.
After the time during.
I'm gonna let you pay $50 a week. And I'm gonna do that on the A file. And I'm gonna start that beginning on February the 27th. I'll give you a little bit of leeway time. So I'm gonna only have you pay 50 per week starting that date. If you need more time, you can come talk to me. After you pay the fines on and costs on that, you're gonna pay on the B file. So after fines costs paid on the A file, you'll pay them on the B file. If you're really running into trouble, you come back in here, file a motion. I'll be glad to entertain that request for you, okay? I'll give you a review hearing date right now, which is going to be 12 months out on the 7411, the drug charge. What do you have for me there, Amy? It should be in January of 27, God willing, if we're all here, Mr. Sloth.
Good.
It's going to take her a minute. That's the next year's calendar.
January 27, we can do the 14th.
14th is good. January 14th at 8:30 in the morning. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now that's independent of the other case. So if you do everything, there's no violations, you feel free to make your motion for early discharge in 6 months on the impaired charge. And usually the prosecutors will then go ahead and dismiss, move to dismiss on the other. Okay? I wish you well. Thank you, Mr. Schlaff. You're going to meet with probation before you leave here, okay? Thank you. Destiny Sade Triplet. 24T641933A. 24T641933B. 23G305620A. 25B149805R. Your name? Ms. Triplet, you have to start your video.
Oh. Destiny
Your name?
Triplet.
Your name?
Destiny Triplet.
Why am I going to give you time to pay when you've been playing with us for so long? I'm serious as a heart attack here. I'm serious. Are you this irresponsible or just with your court business? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Did you hear what I said?
No, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I said, why would I give you time to pay on this when you are this irresponsible with your court business? I don't know if you just do it with courts or you do it in your everyday life, but this is ridiculous. You owed us money since 2023 on one case. You owe us money on another case from 2026.
I just need
Did
a
she
little.
pay, did you pay the fines and, did she pay the fines and costs, Amy, on 25B 149805R? Do you work?
Yes, I just paid Southgate, a
I didn't
Southgate
ask you
ticket
that.
that
Where do
was
you work at?
Allied Universal
What do you do there?
Security.
How much money do you make?
Right now I'm part-time,
How many hours?
20 hours.
What do you do the other 48 hours that we have in a week?
Well, I'm a cybersecurity student. I'm in school and I have 2 children I'm taking care for by myself.
Amy, can you tell me if she paid that one?
On the R case,
Yeah.
she owes 120.
Did I give her a due date of January 29th?
It looks like you gave her a due date of January 14th, January 16th.
Ma'am, I hope you have a piece of paper right handy because I'm going to rip this off. So if you don't, get a pen. You have a pen and paper, ma'am?
Me, yes.
Well, I'm only talking to you. Okay, I want to
Yes.
make sure you understand this. On that civil infraction, write this down. 25B
25B
149
149
805R.
805R
Correct.
054.
Pay that by February 27 of 26.
Okay, I can do that.
On 24T, write this down, 24T 641-933B. That's 24T 641-933B. You're to pay this by March 31.
March 31.
That's like $212.
212. Okay,
We're not done.
okay.
And I'm going to cut you this break because at least you had the courtesy to come in and talk to me, but you cannot do this. Is Trenton ready out there?
Ready.
Let's take that one next. Then on 23G 305 6208, that's 23G 305 6208. You pay that by April 30.
April 30th. 30th.
And then on the last one, 24T 641 933A, you owe 405. I'll extend that time. You're supposed to pay that by February 28th. You pay this by May 31. If you don't have any of the money on any of these days, you call the court, we'll go on Zoom again, but you got to be more responsible, young lady.
Okay.
I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I'm sympathetic that you're raising 2 children on your own as the prosecutor in their lives. I'm sorry, is the father in their lives?
Yeah, sometimes.
All right. Are you collecting child support?
That's what I'm working on now. Yes.
All right. Good luck. If you need more time, call the court. Kazonia Trinice Harris, 26T 724-943.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Sorry
Your
about
Honor, we're gonna go with Ms. Harris.
Okay. Who has Miss Harris? Mr. Shemke, your appearance?
Yes, ready, Judge.
This is the only one I have, right? Where's the escape?
Ms. Harris, you stand here on the red X. Okay, when the judge speaks to you, you speak up, okay? Right here.
Your name, ma'am?
Kenzonia Harris.
Okay. You sound like you're in a bad mood. You in a
No,
bad
I was
mood?
asleep. No, I was
What?
asleep.
Well, I don't want to wake you. You want me to put you back in lockup until I can arraign you here if you're that
No, I'm
drowsy
listening
or?
to you. I'm listening to you.
Well, thanks for that. I appreciate that. Mr. Chemke, your appearance again, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my client. This time we extend to the matter being heard via Zoom. As the arraignment, we waive formal reading. My client stands mute.
Ma'am, I'm going to advise you of your rights. You have the right to remain silent. You're charged with stealing or retaining without consent a financial device, transaction device. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. You have the right to be represented by your lawyer, not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. If you cannot afford one, you can apply for one at public expense. Also, if you choose to submit to questioning with law enforcement officials, you do have the right to be represented by a lawyer at that questioning. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days. You have the right to a preliminary examination within 7 days thereafter. At the probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor at the preliminary exam. If it goes that far, the people have to show that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. If they prove that, you will be bound over for further proceedings to the Wayne County Circuit Court. If they fail to prove that, that charge would be dismissed and you would be discharged. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure she fills out a petition, will you please, Detective, for a court appointed?
Yep.
February 10th.
Yes, Your Honor.
At 9:15, you'll be in front of Judge Hesson. That's for the PCC. February 17th at 11:30, you'll be in front of Judge Hesson for the preliminary exam. So February 10th at 9:15, February 17th at 11:30. What would you like to say regarding bond, counsel?
Your Honor, just that I believe my client has a limited criminal history. I believe that she is on probation. I'd respectfully request consideration when determining an appropriate bond. If she's not eligible for a personal bond, I'd ask for a 10% and or cash surety provision. Thank you, Your Honor.
How about you, Detective? Anything?
Your Honor, we leave that up to the discretion of the court. I'd just like to let you know, though, that she does have a Third Circuit warrant for no bond to pick up as well.
Oh, that's too bad. You got a couple warrants. I would have given you a personal bond. You don't like to show up in court, huh? Don't make this worse than it is by not showing up. 7,500, 10%. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with Pamela Wojcicki. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email her, or communicate with her, or have anybody else do any of those things for you or on your behalf. No contact with prosecution witnesses. We'll let you make calls. I hope you can post. You have to post 750. I wish you well. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, Mr.
Thank you,
Shemke.
Judge.
Turner, Larry Allen Turner Jr., file 22G305387. Come on up to the podium, sir. Which one do you have, counsel?
I have Sterling Wright, the sentencing. Your Honor.
Okay, your name?
Larry Turner.
I'm going to go ahead and dismiss your case on motion of the prosecutor, I presume, because your you graduated, right?
Yes.
All right, good luck. You're all set.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Let me real quick take Pixley Zachowski, Celia Renee Pixley Zachowski, 260-647-514, A and B. File A is driveway license expired. File B is expired plate. Your name, ma'am.
Celia.
All right, you're going to plead responsible to expired plate, true?
Yes.
You have a valid plate now, right? You showed that registration to him? To the charge expired plate, responsible or not responsible? Do you plead responsible?
Yes.
All right, I'll accept the plea, dismiss the drivewell, suspend, revoke, denied, or rather the drivewell license expired. 135 is your total. You move right down the end of the hall and take care of that, and you're all set. Good luck. Sterling Wright. Sterling Joseph Wright, 25R 514-323-25F 244-059. Mr. Wright, how are you? Your name?
Carmen, B7324, on behalf of the clinic, Your Honor.
All right. So we got a $100 cash bond on the civil infraction that I set, and also a $1,500 10% bond on this misdemeanor. So he's been in custody since I did that back on January 27th. So he has 2 days credit coming from that. He was referred for a screening report. Have you had a chance to review it with your client? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Your Honor, I've had the chance to review that claim with Mr. Wright, and I'd like to bring the court's attention to a couple things. Regarding an employment, he is working full-time as a laborer. The name of the company is Wheel Deal, WHL Deal. That is in Flat Rock, here in $20 an hour. He does now have a 3-month-old daughter, and they all live with his parents in Flat Rock. And as far as his health status, about 2 weeks ago, he was in a serious car accident, so he suffers nerve damage in his spine, and he's currently on arthritis pain relief due to that. Mr. Wright has been in custody for 3 days. I've gone over the recommendations of probation with him. He understands what he needs to do, and would ask that the court adopt those, please.
Anything you would like to say?
Like, I literally basically said, basically outside. That's basically everything. That's I was doing through.
I can't hear you.
My lawyer basically got everything I'm going through.
Why are you doing this to yourself? I do not want you to say one word admitting or denying what I'm going to say. I'm charged with it. They didn't have enough evidence. But when I read this report, I can say to myself, these guys were going to break into cars. Don't say them. You can't do this. You can't do this. I mean, you can do it. And then you're going to get caught. And then you're going to go to prison. And you'll note that I said prison, not jail. Prison. You know what I mean when I say prison, right? You know, yes?
Yeah.
You know why you know that? You know why you know that? Tell me why you know that. Well, because you've been around the system too. You got a felony going on right now, right?
And then
Mr. Right. It's your life. It's not mine. It's not your lawyer's. It's not anybody else's. I've seen this movie. All it is a replay. Sometimes the movie gets uglier. Sometimes it takes longer to play. I've just seen this movie, this picture, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of times. And I'm pretty good at predicting. And I'm telling you, the way you're acting, you're not heading to jail, you're heading to prison. Now it's your life. Again, I wouldn't want to go there. Remember when I was a young lawyer going into the Wayne County Jail with some of those guys, they stunk, their breath stunk, and I had to talk to them. In a cubicle about 5 by 4. Everything about them stunk. You want to go to prison with those type of people? Continue on this little journey that you're on. I'd like to see you turn it around. How old's your daughter?
3 months.
How great that would be if she's 6 and says, well, my dad, I haven't seen him 3 years, but I'll see him when I'm 21. He's in prison. You can do that if you want. You struck me as being a nice kid who's doing bad things. You're sleeping with the wrong friends, son. And I don't mean literally sleeping. You're hanging out with the wrong kids. Maybe you're the leader. I don't know. Maybe they're following you. Who knows? The first thing you need to do is go back and get a GED or a high school diploma. I don't know how anybody gets a job that's worthwhile if you don't do that. You don't have any learning disabilities, do you? So you just didn't study at all in high school, right? You just didn't try, right? Right?
Well, that wasn't it. I ended up going online, and I had ended up leaving by the end of the year to go work full time.
Yeah, but why were you going online instead of going in person? Whenever somebody tells me they went out online, you know what it tells me?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the easy way out. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do to take the easy way out, right? I think so. You know, you can watch anything, any profession, any sporting. I don't care what you're watching. A lot of people take the easy way. It's easier to take the easy way out. I want you back in school. I want you getting a high school diploma or a GED. I want you staying away from these people that you're hanging around with that are wearing masks and trying to break into cars at night. You got me? Don't admit anything. Go to work. You're young. You're strong. I can tell by looking at you. You can work 65, 70 hours a week.
Good.
They're prime earning years for you. You get old like me and just me in here, then it gets tougher.
Sure.
You got it?
Sure.
All right, let's get you back on the right track. 12 months probation. This is all on the open intox. I'm going to try to not do all this because I know I'm going to be watching you not comply.
But
Listen, I want you to be one of those guys that writes me a letter in 2 years and says, thank you, Judge, you helped me. That's what I want. You want to do that, or you want to just end up in prison? 12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. Change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number. You must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no violations of law. We understand that. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. They want you to test bi-weekly for 12 months. I don't, because I know you're not going to do that. But I am going to make it bi-weekly for 3 months. And if you're clean, then I'm going to make it monthly. You got it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Then I'm going to have you go to AA. I know you probably weren't doing it before on December 11th. You didn't go to AA, did you? When I ordered, you didn't do that, did you?
But
Yeah, I'm just asking you a question. Did you?
I didn't go.
Yeah, I know you did. You didn't go because I know you didn't go. I know because I just know. We're going to give you another form. You're going to start going. And you're going to that until you're in outpatient treatment. Once you get in outpatient treatment, you no longer have to go to AANA. So do we understand each other so far? All right, you spent 3 days in jail. I'm going to give you 3 days credit. I'm going to order 5 days jail, and I'm going to let you do the other 2 by way of the court work program. You know why I'm doing that? Because I'm going to trust my little conversation with you is going to help you reflect and think about where you're going with your life. You're only 19. You got 75 years ahead if you want it. It's nice to see you smiling. 2 days court work program in lieu of jail. So I'm going to release you on this case as far as this case is going. $70 in court work program fees. You have to clear all your warrants. Now that's going to take money. They want it to be done in 30 days. I don't think you can do that. I'll give you all the way to April the 1st to do that. I'm going to assess fine. I'm going to go light on your fines. Fines 100, 75 costs, 240 in probation fees, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. All that's 540 of a $60 screening fee for 600 and court work program fees of 70, your total 670. If you violate, you could get 90 days. If you comply, you're eligible for early discharge in 6 months. And you know what I'm going to do for you, Mr. Wright, just so I can get you off to the right start. You owe $210 on file 25R514323. I'm just going to make a note. Defendant spent 3 days jail. I'm going to waive the balance of those fines. How nice is? Well, it's all for naught if you don't do that. Remember, I'm also ordering you to get a GED or a high school diploma. You're doing that for youth, for your daughter. You realize your daughter's like 100 times more important to you than you are, right? So you got to raise a good daughter here. All right? Come on now. I don't want to see you back here. Except to ask me for early discharge. Please don't come back and see me. I'm going out of my way here. What's that?
So you saw leaving.
Get that diploma. Stay out of trouble. Life's a lot more fun. Work. Burger King, McDonald's, on top of your other job. I don't care where you go. Go to a hardware store. I don't know where you go. Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, I got to set up a payment plan, don't I? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Come on back here. Mr. Wright, I'm going to let you tell me how much you can pay and afford to pay and when. How's that?
Me and my lawyer talked about 150 a month.
I don't want 150 a month. Okay? I don't think you can pay 150 a month right now.
Well, the duration of the whole probation, 36 months.
You owe 670. I'm going to let you pay $65 monthly, beginning March the 1st. But I'm not going to discharge you unless you have it all paid, with all money due by November 1 of 26. Okay? Got it? You need more time? What are you going to do?
Contact you, my brother.
Contact me. You can either come in here on or before the due date at 8:30, or you can call the court, go on Zoom. Was there something else I needed to address?
Further on.
Good luck. Stay out of here. Okay?
Thank you.
You're a nice kid. Act like it. Priority waste. It's 266-474-14A and B. All right, Mr. Dillon, I feel like you and I are getting to be good buddies. I see you every single day, it seems like, in here.
Yeah, that's true. Good morning, Your Honor. Alex Dillon on behalf of Priority Waste. I do have Nick Sage with me as a corporate representative. We have resolved the case. The misdemeanor is going to be dismissed. We're going to pay a $500 fine.
So you're going to plead the mislug 2 axles. That's on file A. Agreed
Yes.
upon fines and costs of $500. And file B, the misdemeanor will be dismissed, right?
That's correct.
And you're authorized to enter that plea on behalf of the company.
Yes.
To that charge, misload, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accept it, $500, paid by, I think I gave you March the 15th.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're keeping the lights on over here, Mr. Dillon. Pay by March 15th and file B is dismissed, okay?
Yeah, we're catching up one day at a time. I appreciate you.
No problem. Have a great day. Good to see you.
You too.
All right. Come on up here, Ms. Wolf. Susan Lynn Wolf. The officers here on this. Is the officer here on this? Officer Jones? There you are. Come on up here. I'm sorry. I don't recognize half you guys anymore. Your name?
Also, David Jones.
So Ms. Wolf, they offered it impeding. She got really upset, said she didn't understand. This was at the department rep hearing. And even though she's not here, she sent me some kind of a letter. I didn't read it. about how I didn't understand, and maybe I didn't. I don't know. I think I did. I think she was just playing with me, but any problem with me reducing this to impeding?
No, Your Honor, I drew her the 2 citations, and I actually told her if she was able to renew her license, I'm sorry, her plate, I would dismiss that ticket, and I figured that she would be offered the impeding. I had no problem whatsoever.
So I'm going to indicate the fault judgment, but police officer agreed to reduce to impeding on file A, which she was offered but declined, got upset, whatever you want to call it. And fines costs here, Amy, will be $150. If they have a way of communicating, tell her she can pay $15 per month beginning March the 7th, and the 7th of every month thereafter. You all right with me? I don't think she got her plate renewed, or at least I have no evidence of that. You all right with me just dismissing that?
I did check her on. I mean, she did renew it.
She did. Wow. Motion of the officer. So you make that motion to dismiss that?
Yes.
So we'll dismiss the expired plate just to give her a break. She seemed like she didn't have a lot of money, and just think that's appropriate. Thank you. How long have you been there now?
Just shy of a year. I've been testing city payroll.
Yeah. Okay. It's just hard to keep up anymore, you know?
So it's like 4
Good for you. I'm in my 43rd as a lawyer, and
Amen.
have a good day. Thank you. How you doing? You just want to come in and say hi?
Just need John.
I think he just walked out about 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Matejzek, I hope you're, I can't do much for her, Mr. Dabolsky. Courtney Elaine Matejzek, 25R724360.
Good morning, the record, Brendan Dabolsky, on behalf of Courtney. Yes, and the scheme.
Ma'am, your name? So let me start by saying here that, and she's off the Adderall now, right?
Correct.
It looks like you're doing good on bond. The prosecutor's office has consistently said 60 to 90 days. I've argued with them over the language. They've left it to my discretion. But there's no way I can justify not sending you to jail today. I'm going to listen to what your lawyer said. That will help you tremendously. But there's no way I can rationalize not doing that in my brain. Mr. Dabolsky, have you had a chance to review the report with her, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
No, we reviewed it and there are no additions, corrections or deletions.
All right. What would you like to give me your excellent words of wisdom, as you always do, so I can do the best I can for her here?
Well, thank you, Your Honor. With that being said, before I dive into all her redeeming qualities, I just want to remind the court, yes, this was reduced from the prosecutor's office. And with that being said, Your Honor, I know that you said it's hard for you to deviate your mind from the jail time, but
I didn't say it's hard for me to deviate from the 60 minimum days. I'm not saying that. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to just remind the court that according to the plea agreement,
I know I completely
could waive all.
Exactly. I know. No, I know that. I know.
So
for the longest time, they sent me minimum 60 to 90 with work release if eligible.
Right.
And then it was if they do anything wrong at all, or they don't make it through, I have to give them a year. And I fought with them because they're not the judge on the probation violation sentence. I am. And I don't mean to sound uppity about it. I just mean prosecutor's office should not be telling judges what to do in the event of a probation violation. I fought that war for years, and I finally got it where it's reasonable. But she's got 3 offenses. She had a 2-3. She's the ripe old age of 34 years old. And that's where we are. So go ahead. I'm going to listen intently. I promise you.
Standing before the court, my client is 34 years old. Okay, she does reside in Farmington Hills. She's here today with not only her mother that's seated directly behind me. I believe it's in the second row, but behind her, there's 2 individuals. Number one is her sponsor. So she's taking it upon herself to obtain a sponsor. And not only that, there's an individual seated next to the sponsor that is in charge. He's very involved in AA. I think this court, he said he's dealt with this court in the past. He's familiar with this court.
Mr. Wells, who got through the sobriety court. I'm really, really, really proud of him. So proud of him. We put him as a supervisor on our court work program.
Oh, and that's a testament to how well he has embraced sobriety.
He's done. He gave me some gray hairs and some fits, but yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Well, he's taking it upon himself to stick his neck out on the line for my client. My client, from the very beginning, obviously there's bond conditions. My client has complied with those bond conditions. Your Honor, made reference to that. She's an individual, first and foremost, Your Honor. The reason why she's getting into sobriety court is because she has a problem with alcohol. Okay, yes, there were 2 priors. She was charged with a felony on this 3rd offense. It was reduced. She was given a break. It was reduced to a 2nd offense with sobriety court. She got it. Let me remind you, and I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way, but Your Honor, I had brought it to my client's attention that when she was working out here at the time at Leo's Coney Island, I guess on the report it indicates that she is employed there. She kind of is, but she's not working right now. She's on leave from there, so technically she could go back, but she's taking a leave of absence to focus on her sobriety, which she truly needs to. So with that being said, she's taken it upon herself to not only attend AA 3 times per week, which brought proof for it. No,
I believe you.
You trust me.
You don't have to show me. I believe
I
you.
do have proof of all that. She's involved with an individual therapist once a month. She, she obtained the sponsor. Okay, she's doing IOP right now, but she's in compliance there. She has really kind of, for lack of better terms, grabbed the bull by the horns here, and she has embraced the fact that she is the type of person that can't drink, not just for this period of time while she's in sobriety court, while the case is pending, but for the rest of her life. She has gotten sober in the past, Your Honor. However, she was, like many of the individuals that are in that situation, they think that, if you just slowly go back and you don't drink as much, you don't really have an issue with alcohol. She'll be the first one to tell you she's an alcoholic and that she can't ever drink again the rest of her life. Matter of fact, we've spoken at like many a times throughout the duration of this case, and she has indicated that, it's not her friends that she's blaming for getting into trouble, but the people that she was running with just weren't people that were helping her in life. Matter of fact, now that she's sober, she's come to grips with the fact that sadly, these people probably weren't true friends, because now that she's not frequenting bars, hanging out and drinking at parties, they're not involved in her life. And she realizes that those aren't the type of people that she wants to surround herself with anyway, because she has lofty goals to turn her life around. She has been spared a felony conviction on her record, but most importantly, she's going to remain sober. She knows not only for just sparing trouble in the future, but for this case, she could go to jail for up to a year, but just to get her life back on track. I'm not using this as an excuse, Your Honor, of why she relapsed. I kind of want the court to understand what was going on at the time. And it's like I said, it's not an excuse. She'll be the first one to admit that she chose to drive the car on the night in question. Thankfully, there was no accident. Nobody was injured or even worse, killed. The police officer actually pulled her over prior to, her driving. She ran out of gas. right on the, right on the road. But nevertheless, with that being said, she has taken a positive approach to this. She even indicated to me that this is kind of crazy to hear this, but it's the best thing that could have happened to her. The reason why is because it caused her to realize that she's not one of those people that can just drink, once in a while. She can't drink at all for the rest of her life. And Your Honor, just like that speech you gave that young man, two people before me, before my client, she's in the same boat. If she goes back to drinking, she's going to be like that gentleman if he doesn't clean up. He's going to end up in prison. And that's what happens when you can't identify, problems in your life. And she has to understand what her triggers are, and obviously remain vigilant against those, and stay sober. And I think this program is truly created for individuals like my client who have a problem, who want the help, who are going to actually gain something from getting that help. And I have no doubt in my mind, I'm standing up next to this young lady right now, and I've known her for a long period of time, but I have no doubt in my mind that she's going to do everything Your Honor orders her to do. She has, I know that she was ordered by the probation department to refrain from taking the Adderall. She has stopped taking that Adderall, as Your Honor had indicated.
But she got clearance from her physician, right?
She did. She did.
Because we just won't accept anybody, but probation, we stand very short of telling somebody you got to get off of medication. We only say, if the doctor thinks you need it, fine, but we can't accept you. So I just want to clarify that into the program. You follow me?
100%.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, she doesn't think it works as effectively as her new medicine, as effectively as the old, but at the end of the day, this is what she wants. She really wants us to go there. She wants you to allow her into it. However, one thing I will say, unbeknownst to Your Honor, and I wouldn't bring this up, but I think that, considering that, she's an individual that has a problem with alcohol. Yeah, if she was on bond, if she went back to drinking, Your Honor would throw her in jail, and it wouldn't really solve the problem. She could do, roughly, do her probation, 30 days in jail downtown if it didn't get reduced, and be gone back, back doing what she wanted to do. She didn't want to go that route. She was fortunate to get this. And during the inception of this case, she's dealt with a lot. I have a letter from her doctor right here. Unfortunately, she has some pretty serious health concerns. They just detected.
Hand that up.
Yeah. It doesn't state everything, Your Honor, but I will say, yes. Your Honor, at her last doctor appointment, they detected some
Some like high-risk dolls that,
I see. You don't have to talk about
Correct,
it.
but long story short, surgery is required. So,
I'd like to have a copy of this for the probation file.
something that's pretty serious.
So I want to make sure that you take this back, but I'm going to have a copy of this in the probation file. Go ahead.
Needless to say, I'll summarize it. It's a very serious medical condition that requires surgery. Obviously, thankfully, Your Honor is part of it. But I know that Your Honor sees this as someone that has to be punished because of, the number of offenses. I'm asking this court to deviate, give my client a chance. She understands, Your Honor, that if for some reason you were able to see it that way, any violation, I'm so confident she's not going to violate. I'd say any violation, give her what you would typically give someone in this situation. But I think because she's gone to great lengths to prove, not only, no offense, not only to this court, but to prove to herself and her family that she can do this.
She got through the 35th District Court Sobriety Court program in 15, right?
Correct.
Did you graduate? That scares me, though. In a lot of ways, it scares me that was a second offense. You did that, you came out, and we're going to take a chance on you again. I don't usually put people in a sobriety court on when they've already done it, at least in ours, but I happen to think that we do pretty good with this. And I'm only saying, go ahead.
Well, Your Honor, I don't want to cut you off. One thing I sometimes get sidetracked, but what I was saying is, I don't want to use it as an excuse, but what her mindset at the time was, is that her best friend in this world was her grandfather. And right before this incident happened, she had watched her grandfather's health rapidly decline. As a result of that, in order for her to cope with seeing her grandfather's health decline, she would use alcohol, she used it excessively. And thankfully, nobody was ever injured when, she was driving that day. But right after this incident happened, as a matter of fact, her grandfather passed while she was in jail. Took a huge toll on her. Clearly, she's emotional now. You can see how much that, just passing of that individual has affected my client. Thankfully, she didn't resort to using drugs or alcohol to cope with the loss. She did use alcohol to cope with continuing the decline in health. But, she's firmly committed to doing everything Your Honor orders her to do. I would ask, Your Honor, not to give her any jail time, allow her to do the probation, allow her to do work program. In lieu of that, she has another issue with some spots on her face that the dermatologist has to send out because he's concerned about issues there. She's going through it. And I would just ask you to allow my client to prove to this court that she's taking this matter seriously and that, any violation, Your Honor, give her what you were initially thinking of giving her today. But to take a flyer on her and allow her to prove that she is an ideal candidate for not only this program, but to prove to you that she's going to do everything this court orders. She's not doing it just to, pacify you. She's doing it because she wants to help and she's a new person. I would ask you to, take all those statements into consideration and obviously avoid the jail time. But my client does want to address the court herself as well before the honor.
Sure, go ahead. Take your time, relax. Do you want a Kleenex or something?
Can I grab one?
Sure. You got them around here somewhere. Right there. Right here.
Thank you.
I just want to take a moment to, tell you thank you for giving me the chance to do this. And like he was saying that, I did resort back to old ways because I was in medical advocate. It was hard to watch him pass. It was hard to watch him get sick. And I'm sorry to cry. But
You're fine.
I was scared. Before it happened, I was scared of how I would drink after it happened. And I think this is a blessing. I feel like, it happened to me that way. I could be sober when it did happen. And, I was sober. I've been sober since incident. I was released on the 13th. My grandpa passed on the 14th. I was able to be there with him. I was able to withhold my promises. I do take full accountability. I understand what I was doing was wrong. And, I didn't know that there were consequences. And, I just really feel like things have been, I've been blessed to have this opportunity and to, be there to honor his wishes and his last moments and, and then the therapy, the AA, a lot of it's doing well, I've met great people, I've been attending the meetings, I met Brett there, and then, I had the impression that, just the way he carried himself and that I seen him here and I was like, wow, like it just really inspired me. And, I met my sponsor at another meeting and, I attend as much as I can and, it's just been beneficial and, on a lot of that, I was lacking with my own health concerns. So these last few months, I've been able to, take a lot of things on that I wasn't really, concerned about while I was, medically advocating for my grandfather. And, I do appreciate, everything you guys are doing here and allowing me into, the program and different opportunities to move forward. And I do see that, like, remaining sober is beneficial in my best interest because, like, like, I didn't drink into my recent diagnosis and I didn't drink alcohol. And, when my grandma did pass, and I really have seen, like, no way of life and that it does just cause me more problems and it does help and
You were in custody for one night at the time of this arrest. Is that true or false?
Correct, Shirley.
Just give me a second, okay? Some lawyers think this job is easy, Mr. Volsky.
I would never think they, face some difficult decisions every day.
24 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. You're not to go to any place where drugs are being sold or dispensed or used. You can go into a drugstore. Those are drugs, but that's not what I'm talking about. You can't go to parties. You can't go to drug parties. You can't go to bars. I'm not going to consider it a violation if you walk into a 7-Eleven because they sell beer either. But if their primary source of business is selling alcohol, you're not to go there. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs when probation tells you to. They're going to have you test for the longest time 3 times a week, and then ultimately it will reduce to 2 times a week. They're recommending 60 days on the sober link going forward. I'm going to require 90 days. You're to attend 12-step meetings 3 times a week and provide written proof of attendance. You're to obtain an AANA sponsor. I know you said you have one, but you're to notify probation of that. You're to attend all substance abuse treatment in an approved facility. and provide written proof of attendance. You're to attend the victim's impact panel. You're to attend and complete the armed specialty program. You have to report to sobriety court review hearings with me every 2 weeks. Obviously, in the off weeks, you'll be with the probation department, reporting to them. They'll let you do a lot of that by Zoom. You're to obtain and maintain employment with proof provided to the probation department. You are to pay fines of $200, costs of $300, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So your fines and costs are $625. There's a screening fee of $60 for $685. You have probation fees of $480, bringing your total to $1,165. You have sobriety court fees of $360, bringing your total here to $1,525. I'm going to order 72 days jail, and I am going to tell you how I'm going to break that down. You have, like I said, $1,520 in fines and costs, 72 days jail, credit 1. You're going to serve 6 on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that. Your court work program fees will therefore be $210. So your total should be, and if you don't mind checking this, Heather or Amy, whoever's in there, the total should be $1,735. I'll let you set up terms of payment with probation. So your initial, so I'm ordering 72 days jail, credit 1. I'm going to let you serve 6 on the court work program. Like I said, I'm going to let you serve 5 by way of community. And I appreciate the fact that you're coming all the way from Farmington Hills, but that's just, I'm going to require that. 5 days of community service by May the 1. You're to serve 60 days jail beginning. You're going to give me a review hearing date, Amy and Heather, please, for about 2.5 months from now. You're coming back on that date. You're starting your 60 days. You will come in here for that review hearing. If you're compliant 100%, not 99, I'll probably not require you to serve any of that jail time. If there's any violation, you're going away. Do we understand one another? Can you guys give me a review hearing date? I don't care what day. In just the
You say
middle.
about 2.5 months, like the middle of April.
Yep.
We can do April 15th. I think that might be one of your sobriety court days, so.
We'll do it on April 15th then at 8:30 in the morning. I would be highly, highly, highly unlikely to give you jail if you're compliant, but it has to be 100%. If it's not, you're going to jail. Do we fully and completely understand one another? You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. You could get a year if you violate. If you don't get through the program, you're likely going to do a year. I'm going to do this for you. There's something in my gut that tells me that you're going to be compliant. But I'm telling you, I don't want to come across as threatening. You have no idea what kind of a break you're getting here today. And if you don't comply, you're not going to like me. You get through this program, you'll actually like me by the end. But not if you don't comply. I'm going to let probation set up terms of payment. I don't have to take any revocation act or immobilization action. The last was in 15. That's the other thing I'm looking at. First was 9, then 15, then 25. You know, and some will think it's too easy. Some will think I'm too. That's the price we. Good luck. I hope I don't have to send you to jail. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Can I have Dylan Lane Haynes? 260-647-075. Good luck, ma'am. You're going to meet with probation. They might tell you to come back later, okay? Because our probation sobriety court probation officer isn't here. Thank you. Good luck. Dylan Lane Haynes. They're going to dismiss the misdemeanor driving an unregistered vehicle. He's going to plead to expired plate. True?
Correct, Your Honor.
That's a civil infraction, sir. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Possible.
Please accepted. Driving an unregistered vehicle is dismissed. 135 is your total. You can go down the hall and take care of that, and you're all set. Thank you. People against Jermaine Hall. Jermaine Sean Hall Jr. 25G306346A and 25G306346C.
Yeah, I thought.
Mr. Hall.
James Schlaff on behalf of Mr. Hall, 30720.
My apologies. I also have 25G306346B. So I have A, B, and C. Two civil infractions sandwiched between or on the other end of a suspend in the middle. Your names? What are we doing on this, counsel?
I believe that we come to a disposition, Your Honor.
You know, I don't have a problem with dismissing the suspend, but
Well, not get it down to no-ups.
no, I get that. But the defective equipment, I've asked these guys not to do this. It's 8 months old. I mean, they've been entered on his record. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to dismiss the defective equipment. If the prosecutor feels that strongly, he wants me to dismiss it, I'll just waive the fines on it, but I'm not going to dismiss.
Be fine, Judge.
If you plead to no ops, the possible penalties are up to 100 fines, 90 days jail. Costs are all of those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to stay with me now? You've been agitating me the way you don't show up in court. Now, you want to tick off judges. You keep doing this. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. I don't think.
Well, you're trying to. Listen, let's cut it. And if you plead to that, you're still going to pay the fines on the no ops. I'm sorry, you're going to still pay the fines on the no insurance. I'm not taking his plea on that. He's been in default on that since July. I will waive the fines and costs on the defective equipment because the prosecutor wanted me to dismiss it. I don't feel comfortable dismissing the ticket that's been outstanding for 8 months. And we'll go from there. So do you understand everything here, Mr. Hall? Did he sign an advice of rights form today? I don't think
I gave him his rights. Did you sign an advice of rights form?
Oh, so
I'm going to cover him with your verbal. You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you do say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. If you plead guilty, you're waiving the presumption of innocence. You're waiving your right to a jury trial. You're waiving your right to a trial of any kind. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand all that?
Yes.
All right. So if you plead guilty, we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that? Right? I don't want to confuse you.
You're pleading guilty to these charges that the court has mentioned. When you plead guilty, you give up the rights that the court has just told you. Because you're not going to have a trial. It makes sense that you're giving up your trial rights, correct?
Talk to me, Mr. Holm. You understand if you plead guilty, we're not going to have a trial, right? You know what a trial is, right? Okay, that's all right. You ever watch any of the movies on TV where they have juries on there and that's a trial? And the prosecutor has to prove the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And if they don't, the defendant is acquitted. That's a trial. If you plead guilty, we're not going to have a trial. The case is resolved. We're not going to bring in jurors. We're not going to have me decide. We're not going to have anybody decide. I'm only going to decide what I'm going to sentence you to. That's it. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. You fully understand everything I've said now. If not, no problem. Just tell me. I'll tell you again. We'll go over it again.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. You sure? All right. To the charge, no valid operator's license on person. How do you plead? On February 7 of 25, were you operating a motor vehicle in Gibraltar near Jefferson in Gibraltar at 10:27 p.m.? Listen to my question. On February 7 of 2025, almost a year ago now. Remember I was just talking about not showing up? They think you were operating, were you operating a motor vehicle on Gibraltar Road near West Jefferson in the city of Gibraltar at 10:27 p.m.? Did you have a valid license with you at that time on your person?
My license wasn't bad. I had that.
Right. You had a license on your person maybe, but it wasn't valid. You agree with that, right?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole right now?
For the tickets.
Was he on probation in February of 25? You sure?
Yeah.
If you were on probation on any case on February 7 of 25 and you plead guilty here, this would be deemed a violation of that probation. That probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated on that charge as a result of this plea and conviction. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. You still wish to plead guilty? Just ask. I'm not trying to trick you here. No, I'm just asking you. That's what I asked. You still want to plead guilty? This is no absent person. I'm not sending you to jail. Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
All right, I'm gonna accept your plea to no ops, dismiss the suspend. I'm going to waive the fines and costs, but I'm not dismissing the defective equipment. He still owes money on the insurance. Counsel, tell me who's with you? Is Sarah Ann Levitt here?
She's one that dropped me off and she's in the car.
Who is she? Is she gonna let you apply the bond? Because I'm not gonna be very patient with you any longer. If the bond's in her name, I want to make sure she's gonna allow you to apply the bond. Otherwise, you're gonna have a problem because I'm not giving you time to pay again. You guys posted 3,010% because I got tired of you not showing up 4 or 5 times. She posted it. I can't apply the bond when it's in her name. If it was in your name.
Take the money that was placed to the bottom towards your fines and costs. But he needs,
Permission from Ms.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's fine. You can take one.
Well, that's nice for you to say that. You're gonna have to go get her in the courtroom right now, okay? I'll go on to another case. Yeah, go get her and I'll call that one next. Purdy, Mark Daniel Purdy. 2-5. Give me 1 second here. 260-645-104. Come on up here, sir. Your name?
okay.
Your name? So you met with the prosecutor. He's offering you to plead under section 771.1 to illegal firearm transportation. True?
Yes.
If you plead to that, and it's going to be under section 771.1, so the case will be dismissed at the conclusion of the probation department. You understand that?
Yes.
And you understand the possible penalties. Again, up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all, right?
Yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
John? That's it. All right. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I will give you one. Would you like an attorney?
No.
You waive your right to a lawyer?
Yeah.
To the charge of illegal transportation of a firearm, how do you plead?
Good.
On January 9 of 26 at 8:39 in the morning, were you in the city of Trenton, county of Wayne, on Medford near Belmont?
Yes.
And did you have were you transporting a firearm?
Yeah.
You didn't have a concealed pistol permit, correct?
No.
And you had a magazine loaded in the center console.
I had them separated. I had I even talked to the prosecutor, so I had them separated. I had the gun, they weren't loaded or anything. I thought that I was doing the right thing by putting the ammunition and stuff in the glove box and they were separated, but obviously I didn't do it properly.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it. Under section 771.1, I'm going to order a pre-sentence report. You still have, if you have any firearms, you have to surrender those. Remember I told you that?
They have the only 2 I had, so.
Okay, good enough.
I had talked to the prosecutor too, because I know you said no leaving the state or anything like that.
Yeah.
My kids play travel hockey, and I'm the only one that
Where do you have to go?
I don't have anywhere to go like right now, but they do have like Ohio, Toledo.
Can leave state to take kids to travel hockey without permission, okay? As long as you got proof of that in the car, without consent of the court, I'll be glad to let you do that, okay? I'm gonna order a pre-sentence report. We're gonna give you a sentence date. Are we gonna do this when, Heather or Amy?
It'll be February 12th at 10 o'clock.
Okay, February the 12th at 10 o'clock. Got it? Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Ms. Medina, are you ready on this?
Your Honor.
Where is your client?
My client is in ICE custody, Your Honor, and we requested that he be written, but it didn't work.
All right, this is Jose Gabriel Rodriguez Medina, file 25F245235. Okay, your name?
Crystal Ray Medina, Your Honor, P number 77211, on behalf of Mr. Rodriguez Medina, no familial relationship, Your Honor, I'll note for the record.
Okay,
Your Honor, my client is not present here today. I am requesting a brief adjournment, approximately 2 weeks, if the court would allow, Your Honor.
is he still in ICE custody?
He is in ICE custody. I spoke to court staff this morning. They're gonna keep making efforts to have him written and be present here for that next pretrial date. In the meantime, I'm requesting discovery and setting up a meeting with him now that I have an offer.
He wrote Judge Hessen on here. This is my case, isn't it, Heather?
It is. It's
And the interpreter
Yes,
didn't,
Judge.
and the interpreter didn't show up, did she?
the interpreter.
She did.
Yeah.
She did, Judge. We let her go.
I'm gonna go ahead and
So
sign
she-
the discovery order. We'll give you another date. Why don't you just set it up with Ms. Medina down the hall with her, with her. I don't need to put it on record here, and then just make sure we do what we can to get the guy out. Where's he at? Nice, custody.
Is it, I can't remember right now, Judge. It's out in.
Fine. You just tell them everything you guys will.
Request to get in here and hopefully resolve it so that it doesn't, you can just be closed out and resolved.
Have
Thank you, Your Honor.
a good
I
day.
appreciate it. See you.
Thank you. You too. All right. Is Mr. Hall back in here yet?
You had a good time.
Better go my apartment next week.
Riddle, Teresa Lynn Riddle, 25T642922.
And Judge, we have, Driscoll, sorry, I cannot speak.
Detective, come on in here, will you? And call in Mr. Bologna.
Yes, Judge. How you doing? How are you this morning?
Not too bad. We'll see how this one goes.
What happens when a defendant doesn't even understand what a trial is? That surprising moment unfolded during a tense courtroom hearing involving Jermaine Hall. Hall appeared before the judge with several traffic-related charges, including driving without a valid operator's license, suspended driving issues, defective equipment, and insurance violations. Before accepting any plea agreement, the judge immediately expressed frustration over Hall's repeated failures to appear in court, warning him that his behavior was wearing the court's patience thin. As the plea hearing continued, the judge carefully explained every constitutional right Hall would be giving up by pleading guilty. He described the presumption of innocence, the prosecution's burden to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, the right to remain silent, and the right to a trial. Then something unexpected happened. When the judge asked whether Hall understood that pleading guilty meant giving up his right to a trial, Hall admitted he didn't even know what a trial was. Instead of becoming angry, the judge slowed everything down. Using simple language, he explained what a jury trial looks like, how jurors decide guilt, and why pleading guilty would end the case without any trial at all. Only after Hall confirmed he truly understood did the judge continue. The judge then questioned Hall about the facts of the offense and discovered another important issue.
A courtroom took an unexpected turn when a judge ordered a competency evaluation after hearing extraordinary accusations from a defendant. Teresa Riddle appeared before the court asking for a different court-appointed attorney. She explained that she no longer wanted her current lawyer representing her, but when the judge asked what the attorney had actually done wrong, she struggled to provide a specific answer. The judge responded that defendants don't automatically get to choose a different appointed lawyer without a valid legal reason, and emphasized that he had great confidence in the attorney's professional reputation. The hearing quickly became even more unusual. A detective informed the court that Riddle had recently made serious allegations involving the judge himself. According to the discussion in open court, she had accused the judge of sexually assaulting her and even participating in a conspiracy involving another judge. The judge calmly stated that he had never met her in that context and believed the allegations were completely false. Rather than reacting emotionally, he explained that the accusations raised concerns about whether Riddle might be experiencing competency issues that needed professional evaluation before the criminal case could proceed fairly. The judge immediately ordered a formal competency examination, while allowing Riddle to remain represented by the same attorney. He explained that the examination was not intended as punishment, but as a way to determine whether she was mentally capable of understanding the proceedings and assisting in her own defense. He repeatedly encouraged her to cooperate with the evaluation, keep her mailing